Okay, good morning, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you may be in or at. I wanted to come on. I wanted to come on. Share this out real quick to do a shopping vlog, or I went shopping online. Okay, let me just say it like that. Instacart, and I do not have a vehicle, so therefore you got to do what you got to do till you can get what you need. Right? Those are my words. I had to get a shirt with that on it. Y'all, I'm feeling beautiful today. I always feel beautiful, but not like the way I feel today. Today, me and my granddaughter spent a lot of quality time together, and um, why is this not working? We spent a lot of quality time together. I'm trying to share out. Sorry about that if you saw my head. And talked, shared some things with her. She's growing up, of course, and letting her know about, becoming a preteen. Okay. And so, ooh, boy, it felt like yesterday. And the thing of it is, this is the story. All my children, my son and my three daughters, was pregnant. I say him too because this is his baby, okay? Um, at the same time, same year. Three was born in 2012. Why is this not doing anything? I'm gonna turn it off and turn it back on. This phone wanna act crazy. Three was born in 2012 and one 2013, which is my granddaughter. She's outside with some friends. It is really nice out. And you know what? It's funny how when the sun is shining, it's like it's smiling. But when it's gloomy and gray out, it's like everybody's just sad and crying. Just saying. So I will be getting up pretty soon. I just wanted to chat for a little bit, but also this fly better not come my way. Well, I got my fly swatter too. Um, Showing my items that I had purchased. And so 37 items came back on. Boom. Okay. I don't have a set time that I go live. For those that watches my live and help and support me, and all of the likes, comments, um, the words, kind words on the community tab or page, or yeah, I want to tell everyone thank you. I wrote something on there this morning, and I wrote something on there last night. And like I said, despite how you go to bed, which you're supposed to go to bed with happiness and joy and feeling good and stuff like that. But I went to bed sad last night. And so did my granddaughter. I'm saying that because um, something had happened, and I wrote it on the wall. And I was like, oh my goodness. My thing is this: I tell everybody all the time, most of the time, the ones that I talk to, because I don't talk to many people. I really don't. I don't know why people is like that with me, but I can't worry about it either. So, oh, these flies, y'all. These flies is getting on my nerves. Okay. Trying to see if I got a update or my apps. Probably so. You know what? YouTube is one. I'm trying to share mine out, and it wouldn't let me hit the share like, what's going on? So I had to update YouTube, Instagram. Okay, so that answered that question. So anyhow, I went to bed sad. I was crying. I cried yesterday. I'm all in just sad. But I really am not trying to um, pour into it in a negative way all the way because I know how it is with me. It's the lipstick I don't know. I got this on Temu or however you got they say the word. It has glitter in it. Okay. And I love the color. So I'm just gonna say it like this. I'm gonna get to the point. I'm not gonna be on here too long. I'm trying to time myself because I want to try to look 15 minutes tops, okay? As I say, I take care of all of my children and my grandchildren. Raised two, take care of three. So grandmother of five. Maybe I should have put that title a little bit different. Support five grandchildren or however. So I just put grandmother of five. And one of my children, mainly, God be with her. And Lord, please be with me. And I'm saying that because I don't know what I would do if anything was to happen to my baby. I don't know what I would do if anything happened to my baby. And I hope y'all can read between the lines. Hopefully, you can read between the lines. Hopefully, you can read between the lines. Whew. Mm, mm, mm. Okay. Okay, yeah. Hopefully, you can read between the lines. My son has spoken with his sister. I have one son and three daughters. And he tries to, um, like his dad said, he told me, he said, his dad said, support your mom, but look out for your sisters. Okay. So he speaks and talks to his sisters and me and stuff like that. So he had mentioned something to me because I asked him, "Have you spoke to your sister or whatever?" And he was like, "Yeah, she called me and this, that, and the other." And I'm like, "Okay." When he told me what happened to my daughter's friend, broke my heart. And I'm saying that because I used to talk to her when she was, around my daughter. She say hello. She told me about her mom, what happened to her mother. She told me that my daughter was her best friend, and she called me mom when my daughter be on. Hi, mom. How you doing? And stuff. So my daughter had told me why she hadn't been calling because she was sad and depressed. Someone took her friend's life. Last night, all I could think about is what happened to my brother and what happened to my nieces. Three of my nieces. Okay. I don't care. People don't have to be blood. People don't have to be related to you or not. I have compassion, empathy. I, I'm not selfish. I'm selfless. And I saw her. You know what I'm saying? I saw her and FaceTime, because my daughter FaceTimes me. And she would talk to me. But I'm saying this to say that's sad. Broke my heart. And I feel like a million pieces. You hear some kids, my sliding doors open. It's nice out. I got some breeze coming through. Broke my heart. Little short old thing. I don't care if she was tall. I don't care if she was big. Broke my heart. And I cried myself to sleep. My granddaughter cried herself to sleep because she snapped at me. I'm being honest, okay? And I told her, I said, don't do that to me. I said, am I mean to you? Um, I don't need to ask these questions, but I'm a fair person. I want to know your feelings. Did I do anything to you? I don't care. That's just the person I am. So what happened is with that, I told her, I said, it's time for us to turn off our devices. Okay? Us. Not just her, me. And I've been put mine down and won't get on it and have it on the noise that I like to hear at night, you know, to put me to sleep, calming me down, but it be on my nightstand, not in my hand. And I ain't trying to spit no bars, okay? I asked her to come in the room because she was in the room. I was in my room. She was watching TV. I was watching TV in my room. And it's time for bed. Mind you, okay, it's the weekend. But you still don't need to be able to know 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm just saying, but past 11 in my book. And especially if you go into school, you should not be up at 11 and 12 o'clock on your phone, tablet, or anything like that, and you got to go to school. No, no, no. So I had said to her, I said, it's time to come to bed. We're going to put up our devices, us, me and her both. So some kind of way, I think I must have turned. And then I turned back around. I was like, didn't grandma say it's time to put down our devices? And she snapped at me. She ain't never done that. I don't care what nobody says. It's not. It ain't got to be age and all this, that, and the third, and stuff like that. No. How you doing? Thank you for joining. But when she did that, that upset me. And I said, hold up, swole up. You don't do that to me. So she cried. I cried. But I cried because of what happened to my daughter's friend. And I say that to say, my niece this month is a sensitive month. Somebody took her life. My sister's daughter. And the crazy thing of it is, y'all not going to believe this. You're not going to believe when I tell you this, you're not going to believe this. Where I live at, I moved here in 2018, not putting no name on it. And I needed some furniture because I didn't have any. My sister mentioned to me and someone else that she knew that had some furniture for sale. She knew her auntie, I want to say that's who it was. And I bought um, 2 end tables, 2 lamps, and the coffee. Is it coffee? The big table. It's a coffee table, okay? Nice. Had the marble, a texture to it and everything. This was in May, okay, of 2018. June, July, August, September. 4 months later, my sister's daughter wound up missing. So 3 months later, they found her, which is November. October and November is very sensitive months, for us, our family. But because my brother' birthday was October the 11th, somebody killed him 11 days after his birthday. Okay, took his life. My kid's father's birthday is October the 10th. He's gone. My grandmother, which is my dad's mom, she's gone. I think it's October the 3rd or 4th. Then my cousin, I didn't mean to forget you, baby. Someone took her life. She's a girl. Her birthday is October 25th. My mom's, she's gone. And I really want to say somebody took her life too, because they took the fistler out of her arm and didn't put it back in there. To me, that's murder. I don't care. I'm saying it like I'm saying it because it's the truth. My mom, she was on dialysis and was going faithfully. She went for 10 years. 10 years. I could tell anybody about it because certified nurse assistant, okay, me, personal care aide, first days. I had to see about a little boy the other day. Child care, foster parent, the whole 9 yards. I used to go with my mom when she was going to dialysis. My mom did not miss a day. She was doing what she was supposed to. But anyhow, from time to time, they have to go on your arm to widen up the fistler that's in your arm, and typically they try to pick the arm that you're not using. So she was right hand, they put it in her left, right? So she had to go into like an in and out procedure, get it done. I go to the doctors with her or hospital, whatever, and they do, and she can go home, and they have to open it up because it'll close, right? This last time when she went into the hospital, my mom, not she, my mom, I hate saying that, my mom, um, they were supposed to put in her right one because the other one kept clotting up or whatever. They didn't do it. So even if you didn't do that procedure, why you didn't put the PICC line in her? You put the PICC line in my mom before she officially got her fistler put in her arm, right? Next thing you know, that's why I said somebody killed my mom too. I don't even like that hospital. If it was the only hospital here, I'll find me some kind of homemade remedy or something to heal because I wouldn't go to the hospital. I promise you, I'm not lying. And my mom passed away January 20th, 10 days before my birthday, which is January 30th. We laid her to rest the day after my birthday, which was January 31st. Now, Lord, take the wheel. I thought it was February the 1st. That's what we heard. My mom's brother, he was older than her. She was the baby girl. He passed away the same day we laid my mom to rest. January used to be, for me, a horrible time. Horrible time. I don't do no drugs. I don't drink for real. I used to drink wine. And I mean, I could have ended up being an alcoholic. I'm just keeping it real. I'm transparent. I ain't sugarcoating nothing. I used to get some Auburn Mist because my mom said that they can drink it, because she was on dialysis. So we used to tease her and say, Mama, they say you can drink a cup, not the whole bottle, so to speak. But anyhow, my mom was close to all of us. She was a family person. And that right there, I lost it. I don't care. I lost it. So that happened that year. And I moved to Florida with my daughter and her husband now and my granddaughter. This is what I call running away from life. This was April 29th, 2014. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I went to the doctors for like a follow-up appointment. And this is what my doctor said. Oh, I love my doctor. I love my doctor. He retired now. I bawled like a freaking, I ain't gonna even say a baby, like I just done lost my damn mind or something. I feel like I did. That was my mom 10 days before my birthday. And guess how I found out? I said, why do people do this? I got up and I didn't get right on because I don't do that. But I eventually went onto Facebook, and at the top, my cousin, she had put on there, rest in peace, Betty Jane. My mom's name was Betty, middle name Jane. That's what everybody called her. Hold up, are you kidding? Jesus, please take the wheel, because this is not happening. On Facebook, but I'm not blaming my sister. Them. I'm keep it real. I'm not being messy. They didn't know. But who does that? Who put something like that on Facebook? Why you couldn't call me or let my dad know? Because my mom and dad went together. He would have called his daughters. My dad, my mom was married, and my dad, what you call it? I got to get the words together, girl. Due to respect for us, his daughters, okay, gave the eulogy. And my mom's husband, it respectfully, wasn't nothing messy or nothing. And that broke me in two. I left, went to Florida April the 29th, 2014, after my mom passed away, me, my daughter, da da da. I said that I was so all over the place in my mind that my doctor, I didn't get to that part, he gave a written note so I can break my lease. Because my lease was up October, September of 2014. I had to pay half of what I owed for those months, but not the full balance. So I had to give that note to my office. My office had to send it to the corporate. They let me leave with my daughter. My daughter was supportive of me. I came back. This is just how all over the place. July the 8th. So I was there, what, about 2 months, 3 months. And I said this, maybe God wanted me to come back because I'm like the mother of all of us, my sisters. I have an older sister, but everybody tell you I'm the mama, okay? Just like my mom, look like my mom. That same year, my niece that my mom raised, okay, lived, not raised, stayed, lived with my mom. Mama, January 2014, my baby sister's daughter, 3 of her grandbabies, and her son's girlfriend was killed on the highway. And a semi truck. Her car ran out of gas or something, but she was off the highway. She was off the highway, getting off the highway, down off the highway. She went nowhere on the highway, on the side of the road or nothing. This son of a gun fell asleep, went over her car, and backed the, ooh, I want to cuss so bad, backed up. Not saying that would have saved them, but the baby, one of the babies lived until she got to the hospital. One of them, I ain't going to even tell the gruesome part of that. Then my brother, the one that was murdered. Y'all ready for this? See, I'm not putting names to it, but this is my story about my family. I'm not being a messy Bessie. Someone that lived in my house, my mama's, and my sisters. We knew them. Read between the lines. Killed my brother. That killed my mom. That happened in 2011. My mom was still living. She passed away 3 years. Okay, the thing in her arm too, but that was her only boy. My mom had 4 girls, and we adopted my brother when he was 5 months. We didn't use that word adoption. He was our brother. We never went around talking about you ain't our brother. No, he was our brother. He was 5 months old when we got him. Okay. My mama wanted a boy. She didn't have one because some medical things. And she had 4 girls. And when like she didn't love her girls, she wanted a son. Name of my dad's name, except for the middle part. His daughter, his oldest daughter, the same week that my baby sister's daughter and her grandchildren were killed. She was killed 4 days before, I want to say, December 2014. So my sister's daughter, get out here, fly. She had 1 daughter and 2 sons. This is my other baby sister. I'm the second oldest. I have an older sister. My mom had 4 girls. She said, when we was at my sister's house and stuff like that after the funeral and all that stuff, she said, I wish somebody help my mom because I don't want her to die. This is what she said. Now, mind you, this is my sister under me, me and her like this. I mean, you could take a bow and just squeeze it. We've always been close. But I'm close to all my sisters. But she's close to me. Raised her. Not live, not stay with me. Raised her. Me and my kid's father did. Okay? Her daughter said that. My sister didn't know this. I moved to, so this was in 2014. She said it 2015 came around February, March. I would go over her house. I didn't know my sister was not leaving the home. Why you didn't know that? Well, first off, people live in different parts of the world. Second off, people hide their situations. Third off, I lived in the suburbs. She lived in the inner city. I didn't have a freaking vehicle because that's a whole story in itself. I came in and I would stay, visit, go home. Then I would come on the weekend, spend the night. Then I eventually moved in. She had no idea of my plan. And I really didn't either, but I knew I was going to do something. 3 months after that, this is how I can talk to my sister. Get up off your ass and we're going to do something. You're not going to, I don't want to hear it. So my sister wanted to live. 2015 to 2017, I stayed with my sister, lived with my sister, not stayed. There's a difference. Lived with my sister for 2 years and 2 or 3 months. When I saw that she was really wanting to live and do things, I backed down. I used to take her to the doctor's office, and everyone at that doctor's office, the receptionist, when I would take her in and go sit in the waiting room waiting on her. Wow. I wish I had a sister like you. Woo, woo, woo. Oh my goodness. Da, da, da. I mean, like really worshiping me and praising me. And my sister told me, she said, Mom, Lisa, when you stopped going with me, she said all the time they were asked about you. The same year I moved back in my daughter's house, 2017, my children's father passed away, June the 18th. Look it up on the calendar, it was Father's Day, 2017. And you're going to think I'm lying when I say this. It's on one of my videos I did last week is when I'm starting to cry. Huh? Did I cry? Yes. But I'm talking about like cry to get that out of me. Cry. No. My son, my 3 daughters, the only person they had was me. I said me. Me, their mom, had all of their weight on my back. I didn't have no support. I'm not going to sit up here and lie. I didn't. But sometimes I pull back on saying that because I did have support with the guy. He lived in Los Angeles and I lived in Missouri. But I'm talking about physical contact, hugs. He even asked me, he said, did anybody come by and give you a hug or bring some flowers or cook? No, no. Me, my daughter, her husband, and a friend of his, and I knew her too, friend, was his neighbor. We all had to come up with the money to have him cremated. No one. And this is the catch. This is the catcher here. He was in the military. No, did no one help me? I made a job. Every day I got up, I was trying to call around. I didn't do no GoFundMe. They had a veteran site though, and asked this whatever I needed to know and stuff like that. And my babies, my daughters, two of my daughters, took care of their dad. One of my daughter, the one I was talking about earlier, daddy's girl to the core, to the freaking core. It broke my baby's heart. It broke their hearts. You know what I'm saying? And broke their heart. I didn't have no one. 2018, the same young lady, which was my niece, that said that she wanted someone to help her mom. Someone killed her. Mm-hmm. And this guy that's a friend of my son, and I know him, he's very, very, very respectful. If I had to pick a friend for him, he would be the only one, okay? That doesn't make him perfect, but he was very respectful. His father and mother was in the military, and so was my kid's father. And me too, okay? I was a military wife. I loved it. I wish I was still one. But he's up there in heaven. That's the only man that loved me. I know that for a fact. And even when he got sick and he couldn't even talk, I would go down by his mouth and I would hear what he say. He said, I love you. He would say, I love you. He would whisper it. And I say, I love you too. Always have and always will. But when you don't get to cry, I understand he's in a better place. But I hate what happened to him. That's a whole story in itself. And my kids, now, when I look at them, they don't know this. And if they do, oh well. I don't see my children. I see broken. I see sad. I see just not disappointment, but depression. I see all over the place. Especially two of my children. Like I said, one of them I'm over her decision making. That's the one that took care of her father. And I feel like my baby had a nervous breakdown. That's on my back. I don't give a damn. My kids are my kids. I gave birth to them. And if I'm all they have, and if we don't have no one else but God up above, because I tell you, I know for a fact he done pulled me through. Because the old me, I would be sitting up here bawling my ass off, crying nonstop. It's there, but I don't want to. And what led me to talk about this, to wrap it up, I'm supposed to be showing you what I bought, and I will still. But I might just do a video and just put it on my page. What happened to that young lady? I had told my granddaughter, she's about to be in middle school, preteen. I told her this morning about peer pressure. She didn't know what it was for sure, but she knew there's a good way and there was a bad way, and I wanted her to hear both ways. You ain't gonna just hear the good way. Peer pressure. Okay? It was a little story that gave a scenario of a little. She laughed at the name. The girl name was, and this is no lie, one of their names was Jill, and the other one's name was Suki. I remember this. And they had went into a store, and Jill stole some makeup, lipstick, I think that's what it was. And I guess she said something to the girl that probably persuaded her to do it or whatever. She said, I don't know what you're looking at me for. I didn't make you do it. So I told my granddaughter, we reads. She heard it. I was showing her. I ain't making up nothing. And even if I was making up a story, to give you an example, this is real. Have your own mind. Think for yourself. Everybody ain't your friends. Everybody ain't genuinely happy for you. But I say this about me, if nothing else, I'm not fake. And if I can support you, I will. That does not mean I have to buy your merchandise. I will share it. There's a lady on Facebook. I'm not putting her name on here. I don't know how I met her. I guess because I was supporting her and she was supporting. I would share her stuff. And we talked on the phone several times. I bought things from her. But she said all the time, we both sell paparazzi jewelry. I say this. I don't give a damn. I still sell. I will share her videos and her jewelry. That's just me. I'm not a jealous person. I'm not jealous of what someone else got or have. Maybe it has a lot to do with, sometimes, this is why I say people need to stop being stuck in their ways. Sometimes things happen to you, and if it don't happen to you, that don't mean you have to use that and be the same way as people are towards you. Even if you was an abused child at home, that does not mean you have to abuse your children. That does not mean if you because there's a story I follow. That does not mean if your mom and you don't get along. Your mom's not perfect, and neither are you. No, you wasn't asked to be brought in this world. We know all these things, right? But my motto is this. Once I turned 18 years of age, and I'm able to leave those doors, the nest, cut the cord, I got my own mind. I got to figure it out. I have to figure it out. Stop letting that past stuff consume you. I was telling my story, and I was telling my story because it was haunting me and taunting me because I never dealt with it. But okay, country girl, am I allowing that to dictate who I am now? No, because I didn't have a voice when I was young. None. At all. But look at me now. People say, girl, you lying. No, the hell I ain't. My sisters didn't tell you. I didn't say nothing. I didn't have a voice. I didn't get, jumped on in school and stuff like that. No. I had one girl that was jealous of me, but I wasn't scared of her. But it was my fault that the guy that you was talking to used to be my boyfriend first, and he still liked me. Okay? So sit yourself down. And I ain't talking about girl and talk to me. Talk to him. Because I ain't got nothing to do with what y'all got going on. You had sex with this man, had a baby. I didn't. I respect myself. I'm a lady. Okay. So that's what I was telling my granddaughter. Respect yourself. Stop saying everybody's your friend. Stop being a follower. Don't do that. So if I jump off that bridge, you gonna follow me? Both of us gonna be just flat as pancakes, dead. No, don't do that. I can be an advocate. I can be a spokesperson. I can tell people things. I done help people. And everything I'm saying, I could say it a million times over. And ain't nobody gonna catch me up in nothing. Because it's the truth. It's my truth. I don't have to lie. I ain't telling everything. Like I said, I'm not a messy Bessie and I'm not a drama person. I'm just not that person. But if I want to discuss something and get it off my chest, I don't have to put nobody's name in. I've been married, honey. Ugh. My kids twice. My kid's father was the only husband I should have had. My second one. But I'm not with him no more. I left him. So when I left him and I fixed myself, I got in another relationship, not right away. And the guy, y'all, I shouldn't have. I should have ran for the border, roll, skip, hop, everything. But the reason why I stayed, I felt like I was obligated because the person went from this hometown. Stupid. Dumb. But I removed myself from the situation and never went back. Because when you do this back and forth stuff, that's honeymoon stages, baby. I love you. I ain't gonna do that no more. Da, 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 da. You confuse yourself. You can't blame nobody but yourself for that person treating you the way they is. And no, it doesn't make it right. But why are you still with them? That's a story that I see. And I know you can read between the lines because you see it too. Because I've seen people talk about it, da da da. Why would I, just because all my kids got the same father, why would I, knowing I loved him, and he just dogging me down to the floor and treating me like crap? That's not love. That's not love. Love is supposed to feel good. That don't mean you won't have no disagreements. That don't mean you might have a little, I guess, putting some salt on the wound type of thing. Speak up, have a voice. But that does not mean if that person keep abusing you, every time you turn around, you want to focus it on having a deadbeat dad and the mama. No, you can't put them. I don't care. You cannot blame your father and your mother for your adult decisions. Get a life. Because you done brought all this life into the world. My thing is this, I can have sympathy and I can have compassion. But I'm the type of person, when I'm fed up to be tired, especially if it's just a story that you just keep hearing. It's just piercing through your damn soul and that person ain't doing nothing. I don't want to hear it no more. I done been there before for people. I done helped a girl that she was a prostitute. And her boyfriend, I don't know if he was like he was a boyfriend, but pimping her out, I guess you could say. I was in Colorado Springs, me and my kid's father, he was in the military, Fort Carson, Colorado. Okay. I don't know why people was drawn to us. Me and my kid's father, that is. We had a pimp. I'm not lying. His girls was from Houston, Texas. But he wasn't the type that would beat them and put them on drugs or anything like that. Nope. Mm-mm. He talked to us and told us he was more or less like a security guard bouncer. He did not mistreat them. They didn't look raggedy. They didn't look run down. They looked decent, high class, the whole 9 yards. Yes. But that girl that I helped, she was a little bitty old thing. She probably about four something. And her boyfriend, he had to been 6 something. And I went to pick up this one lady and her kids to bring them to the park because we was barbecuing. When I got back, that dude had done, I remember his name. I don't remember hers, but I remember his name was Robert. He had done jumped on her. My kid's father had to pull him off because, you know, he over here by the grill. They over here. Hell, ain't like he had to get to her, but he pulled his ass off. My kid's daddy was strong, okay? Bench press, 400 and some pounds in the military. I was there. And he won a competition. I got there. Her eye was busted open. Busted open. So the woman's name was Kathy. Me and Kathy took her. Now I can remember her name. I can remember the guy's name, but I can't remember her name. But anywho, took her to the hospital. And when we took her there, I went up to the desk to let the receptionist lady know that, you know, we're bringing her here and her name and stuff because she couldn't stand and she couldn't see. So the lady some kind of way had that computer turned. And man, you should have seen how many times that woman done been up there to the hospital. So many times. So anywho, they took her to the back. We went back there with her. And the social worker came in, the caseworker came in or whatever, took, you know, reports and asked, and the police came in and see what was happening or what happened to her and stuff. And that woman, oh, I'm sitting up on this. She had nurse said, do you want to report it? I looked at Kathy. I'm looking at Kathy. We ain't saying nothing. The woman asked her, and I didn't hear you say nothing. I turned my ass around. I said, are you for real? I'm that person. Why would you not report that person? And you could have lost your damn eye. It's so serious. I ain't exaggerating or fabricating this story. This is the truth. Nothing but the truth. So when I said it and Kathy said it, we didn't pressure her, but I just was like, are you serious? I just looked at her. Are you serious? The lady was in there. I know the lady was probably saying something in her head too, but you know, she got to keep it professional. She reported and they took her to a safe place. How I know I ended up going there and I knew where it was. Okay. And I would take her to her appointment. She had a Social Security appointment and she got approved for her disability. It was pending, so she got all that back pay, right? So she was in this place. I would take her, you know, do things that she needed to do. Me and my kid's father seen her walking up the stairs with him. And she said, I want to tell you, thank you for everything you have done for me, being there for me, supporting me. But I'm about to move. I'm about to go back to Denver to where my kids is with her mother. Okay. I couldn't say nothing. I was like literally like floored. I'm being dramatic, but it's true. He was diabetic. He used to carry around a brown paper sack with his insulin needles and stuff like that. Hell, who knows? You might have been shooting up. Hell, I ain't never seen you do this. And they would be around. That's a long time. My mom was diabetic. I know a little bit of something. She said, I got my disability. She didn't say it in front of him. She's told me, I'm going to be honest, by just me and her. See, I could have sit up here and lied. I ain't going to lie. She told me by myself. I could have said, said it. No, she didn't. She called me, pulled me to the side and told me that she got it. And the only thing I could say was, I'm glad you're going to be around your family, your babies, your mom is this, that, and the third. And you got approved for your disability. And I said, you just take care. Pretty much that's what I said. When she left, I told my kid's father, because see, he didn't know the whole concept of what I did. Okay. He knew some. He knew, because like I said, he was the one to pull the guy out for her. But he didn't know the extent of what I was doing. That broke my heart. I told him, I said, she is back with him and he gonna take her all her damn money. She was a little bitty old thing. I think she was Indian or Mexican. She was a little bitty old thing. He was tall. African American man. I don't care what color you is. Right about now, he'd be pink. And that just broke my heart. I'm like, because I'm going to tell you, and I'm keeping it real. One guy slapped me one time. I was 17 years old. I had to put my glasses on for this. 17 years old. Because he wanted me to do something with him. Sexual, okay? And I wouldn't. He didn't force me. And being that I didn't, he slapped me. And my cousin, if she was on here, she would testify because I was with her and her friend. We used to all be together, three, because I ain't rolled by myself when I was young. I went home, told my mom, and my mom actually could have done something because he was in the military. I love the military men, okay? And not being with him like that. But I had two military boyfriends, my kid's father and this guy I'm talking about. When I said boyfriend, I ain't talking about being with him 2 years. I mean, not 2 years, 2 months, long time. But when I met my kid's father, the first day we met, he fell in love with me. We weren't no blind date. I didn't know nothing about him. He didn't know nothing about me. Just so happened we was at the club. I was there with my cousin. My cousin's boyfriend brought him, not trying to hook us up. And he sat down. I was sitting at the table with this lady named Dorothy because my mama used to babysit her son. His name was Sonny. I remember that too. And we was talking. He came, sat down, spoke, talked, offered me something to drink. And at the end of that night, he told me these words. He said, are you in a relationship? I said, no. But I was talking to a guy, but not in a relationship with him. Actually, he was a family friend. He would take me out to eat and stuff. Everything does not mean sexual when you're talking about a guy. It doesn't. And vice versa, a girl either. So he offered me something to drink. And he asked me, he said, what do you drink? Y'all ain't gonna believe this. I said Sprite. We joked that whole night about that. But because we went out to eat, my cousins and stuff. He didn't have no car, so we had to be with someone. He had just got stationed in Fort Riley, Kansas. And when you first get to a military base, you have to be locked in or whatever for like 6 to 8 weeks so you can do all the paperwork and get yourself in and all this, that. So you can't really leave nowhere. So after that, hey, they're going to paint the town, right? And he brought him all the way from Junction City, Kansas to Topeka, Kansas. I'm a Kansas native, okay? Midwest girl. That's not where I'm at, though. That was about an hour away. And I'm to tell you how consistent he was. Even though he was an hour away, you would have thought he was down the road. He used to come see me, knowing that he had to go to CQ in the morning at 6. PT, excuse me, CQ is 24-hour duty. PT, physical training. Every morning, he would come to see me. He took care of me, my baby sister, and brother. My mom and dad was going through a situation, and one time she didn't have enough money to get all the groceries. Cause see, me personally, I don't like putting nothing back. I don't like putting nothing back. If I shop and I know I got the money, but I really don't want to spend it, I'm gonna buy what I got in that basket. So he noticed it, and he told my mom these words. He said, "Don't ever be ashamed to ask me for nothing." My mama loved my whole family, sisters. When I say love, I mean, he was really that son-in-law, that brother-in-law. My dad and my uncle, who was pastor, both of them, and my kid's dad ended up being a pastor too. All three of them in a photo together. And I says, three black, powerful, strong men. My daddy, ooh, Southern man. I ain't got nothing bad to say about my dad. In my eyes, I love my dad. I love my mom too. But I think I was a daddy's girl. That does not mean I didn't love my mom. I love my mom to death. There wasn't nothing I wouldn't do. And I don't feel guilty. I talk to her and I'd be just sad she's not here. But I'm happy because I know I took care of my mama. I did. Even when she was in the hospital, I took care of her. I would sit up there with her 12, 1 o'clock in the afternoon to 9, 10 o'clock at night on Saturdays. I don't care. I don't care. I'm that person. It's good to give people a little insight of how you is. Nobody got to be, honey, I don't do nothing wrong. I tell my daughter this. I said, if you sit in the house all day and you ain't bothering nobody, ain't nobody calling you, y'all don't hear my phone ringing, texting you or nothing, because it ain't. And if it do, it's probably two of my kids and my dad. That's it. And then you try to figure in the back of your mind, like, why is people like this with you? I don't care no more. I used to. And a part of the reason why I stayed in a stupid bipolar relationship with my second husband, because he had things happen to him, but that didn't have nothing to do with me. So don't reflect what happened to you in your past when you get with me and treat me like a damn dog. Okay? Let's get this understanding. I ain't nobody's fool. And I don't give a damn what I go through. You're gonna hear my mouth. You're gonna hear my mouth. If you can't understand, if you can't explain to me why you did something, even if you can't, I don't give a damn. You shouldn't have done it. But I ain't gonna be like this, sitting back, knowing. I like to have evidence too, though, knowing, and not bring it to you. And I'm sitting up there around you every day in your face, and we looking and talking and kiki and all that stuff. No, no, no. You was talking to a woman. No, I wasn't. Yes, you was. How you know? Hold on, wait a minute. Hold up, swole up. I'm about to show you. I recorded it. And when I turned that damn play button on, he jetted out that door. To my dang, my voice. Don't play with me. And like I said, don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with me. For real. Because I'm not the one, the two, or the three. I'm just a down to earth person. No better than nobody. But we all different. Okay? If you feel like you better than somebody, ain't nothing wrong with you saying that either. But we all different. I don't want to be like nobody. I have my ways about me, how I am, my style, and no one else has to like it. If I want to wear a pair of tennis shoes that I done had since 1999, that's my business. I ain't got none though, but I'm just saying. Got a few shirts. And if I show people, they probably say, girl, you ain't had to know. Yep, I have. My kids know it too. But anyhow, I'm not wearing no shoes since 1999. I'm just an example. But yeah, I'm just on here ranting, talking, and I'm about to do a video and show some of the items, not on here though, show some of the items that I purchased. I did an online shopping haul, Instacart, because your girl ain't got no car, but that's okay. I do what I got to do. I'm gonna get some food up in here because I'm hungry. Now I tell my grandkids, don't say you starving. You can say you hungry, but don't say you starving. So I have to watch saying it too. I was about to say it this morning. I said, you better not say that. You tell your grandkids not to say it. I said, y'all are privileged. You're not starving. You got food. Do you got food in your refrigerator? Yes. You got hot, cold water? Yes. You got something to lay down on? Yes. I don't care if it's a blanket and a pillow. You got a roof over your head? Yes. You got windows? Yes. Heat? Mm-hmm. You're privileged. We can all stand to have more. That's why you work it. I'm busting my ass off to make it happen. I sell jewelry, and I have two people that sign on my team. I had two, which was my daughters, but this time it's not my daughter. And I'm like, because I had pulled back a little bit, and because business is really, really slow, okay? And I said, I'm not going to keep buying jewelry and I'm not selling it, right? You're your own independent business consultant. So I started back. And I said, you know what? See, sometimes you got to take a break from things, right? I didn't completely stop. I've been a business consultant since October 18, 2019. Okay. And I had gotten two people on my team within the same week, last week. Yeah. And one more, I need one more for the month of November only. $20. When I joined, it was 99. And the reason why I say that, you got a starter kit. Your starter kit has uh 35 pieces of jewelry that's valued at 170 something dollars, I think 175. Then it has information, it has hooks for like a jewelry stand. I have my office back there. I got printer, scale, jewelry out the ass, all kinds of stuff. Okay. So I started back and I said, look at God. Look at it. Got on live. I do it live because I have a business page. Got on live and but people was buying jewelry, candles too. I make them. You got some right here. You want a candle? No, I'm just playing. But no, that's what people say. What do you do? I'm a business owner, self-employed, and that ain't it. I mean, people doing content, but who don't want some extra spending cash? Hell, the way the economy is, everybody need it. Back then, the men's want to work and the women stay at home. I'm not staying at home. And if I do, I gotta have some money coming in. I remember my kids and me and my kids' dad was in Junction City, Kansas. Moved there December 84. Our first place was a mobile home. Our rent was $175. Our light bill, gas bill, or whatever, and water bill and stuff. No more than 20. It had furniture in it, beds and everything. We bought our own pots, pans, dishes, and sheets and blankets, so on and so forth. But honey, that was our starter. Before we left there, we got our income tax. We had bought a whole bunch of brand new furniture. And my daughter was born in April of 88. So May, June, July, August, September, October. So 5 months. My kid's father had to get shipped overseas. Okay. They came and got all our furniture, housing. Oh, I sure missed that. They pack up all your things and stuff. So I had to move out. And at first I didn't have nowhere to stay for real. And I took me and my two oldest kids. And people gonna say, well, why your husband? Because when he went overseas, he had to get his people look it up, whatever I'm saying. People think I'm lying or whatever. He had to get everything, paperwork and finances and stuff like that together. And us moving, we had a little or nothing as far as money because we was paying our bills and stuff like that. And so that's what happened. I had a few dollars in my pocket, you know what I'm saying? But I had two kids too. Wasn't nobody on no food stamps. And even if I was, so what? So what? How's that people talk about people on food stamps and people used to buy them? That don't make sense. Oh, people on low income and all this stuff like this. You better get on whatever you can if you can't afford to. It could be long-term, temporary. So he went, my baby was 5 months or whatever. My son, he wasn't 3. Let me see that. He was 2 because he would have turned 3 in November. I ended up moving in with my dad. It was me, my older sister, my sister under us. It was so much fun though. It made us feel like we was kids at home. But at this time, we all had kids. I had two. My sister under me had one, and then my older sister had one. We was all together, and it started getting kind of like expensive because once my kid's father got the financial part together, he was having to send money. And you couldn't save to get us a car or get a place. So luckily, this guy that he met, they went to the first sergeant, the commanders, and everything like that. And they gave him the okay for us to come. We had to do it the right way because you can't get over there unless you're paying out your pocket. Uncle Sam don't play. So his wife and them going back home because their problems. I ain't getting into it. We lived with him. Got there February. My baby, she was about to turn a year 2 months later because April. So we stayed with him about 3 months. Then we got temporary housing. And our housing was on top of a roof. People think I'm lying. It was the top. Well, hell, you know what's those things called? But anyhow, we had about 16 rooms. Our place, that's temporary housing. We ended up moving in our permanent housing May of that year. I was pregnant with my third child. When I tell you, I miss the military life. I do. I miss being a military wife. I love being a military wife. I was a young military wife. I got married when I was 19. Me and my kid's dad was together about 15 years, and he got out of the military and then went into the Army Reserves. And he's taking care of me right now. I miss him. He should have been the only man that I ever was married to. Because that second, but a side note, hardworking man, both my husbands was. I can't say there was no bum, lazy, or nothing. You know, things happen to people in their lives, and he had mental problems due to being dogged out by a woman. But that wasn't me doing it, and I couldn't put up with the mindset, the bipolarness and stuff. And don't get me wrong, we can have mental problems, but I ain't got to put on nobody. Oh, let bipolar be the reason on this for you keep cheating. That ain't bipolar. That's you wanting to do it. Okay? I ain't make fun of nobody that's got a disability. My daughter does. But she wasn't always that way. She graduated Head Start, kindergarten, grade school, middle school, high school, and she went to college to become a certified medical assistant, excuse me. But somebody did something to my baby. And her dad passing away. And what happened to her with her and her child's father? First love. Your mind, as they say, is a terrible thing to waste, but also don't play with people's minds. Don't play with people's hearts. And I'm going to get up off of here. Be mindful. Anybody that's in any situation, especially abusive, okay, get out. My son tell me all the time, Mom, you so strong. I got out. And each time I got out or got away, marriage and then a relationship, I did it on my own. Cold turkey and did not go back at all. Mm-mm. But I put up with some BS Oh, did I? So when one say you're not going through nothing, I tell my kids all the time, no, I might not be going through what you done been through, but you can say that you know that your mama ain't no fool. I got to go. I can't do it. I didn't love myself. I love me now. I was lost, but now I'm found. I was broken from my brother, my mother, and all the other family members that got life's cut short. Maybe I had a nervous breakdown. Hell, who knows? But that does not mean nothing bad. That's mentally damaging when you lose your mom and your brother and your kid's father and all this stuff. And I've got 2 kids out here in this world because I got my son's daughter here. Thank you so, so much. And I appreciate you. And if you get on live, do you go live? I'll join you because, honey, I don't mind getting on people's lives and giving them some watch hours, some time and stuff. Share. I get on your shorts and I get on there and give you some time too because I watch a lot of them. I don't half watch people's stuff. I watch it to the end. And if I don't want to see people's stuff, I still watch it to the end. I'm talking. See? Look here. I got mine delivered from Instacart, Aldi's. I'm about to do a video. Okay. I thank you so much. I'll start following you from Facebook. And I've been following you. I just, you know how your name gets lost in the shuffle type of thing? I got you. I appreciate you coming on my live and you have a blessed day. I'm about to get off of this. Y'all have a good one.